All right. I am in my 22 account. We've got the 2023 Fall Major started today. So I'm going to go out there and I'm going to run through and see if I can qualify with this account today. We'll see what we can do on some of these holes. This course, I know that they've redesigned it. This is the second redesign, but these holes are tough when you've got lower developed stuff. I remember playing when you first start playing your first account and you're running through it for the very first time. These holes are tough with lower level stuff. All right, let me just make sure I got all my stuff done. Let's go get in it. Fall Major, enter. Let's do Ricky. Since I'm a Ricky bastard. All right, hole number 1. Let's go look at it. Let's just refamiliarize myself with hole number 1. All right. Now, I think with my main account, what I did with my main account was I ran maximum topspin and then I pulled back from the red line to I think it was like maybe the plus 6, 5, 6, somewhere in that neighborhood, so that I gave myself some room on the red line, so if there was a headwind day, I had room to pull forward. Instead of trying to set it up with 3 topspin and then on a headwind day, having to readjust, just trying to be consistent with it. Here, I don't have my extra mile has 85 topspin if it's maxed, but I've got 50 here. So I'm going to have to run up to I think we should have a very similar shot. Let's take a power 3 ball. We can take a Titan, the king of balls. That's right. When it just has to get done, you need to bring a Titan. All right. My extra mile bag and my quarterback bag. I'm not sure that I'm going to need any of the rest of this. It's going to be one of those. So we'll start with the extra mile. In my 77 account, I did plus 20 to the cup times whatever the wind is. Oops. What's funny is you tell Playdemic that there's some kind of internet or connection problem, and they're always like right off the bat, well, it's your side. The other day I was playing with my teammate Kyle, and we both at the same time got the thing where your opponent has disconnected and that there was an internet problem on the opponent side. Well, I was the opponent. We both had a problem. So, like, maybe Playdemic was the problem? Maybe. I'm just saying. 1.44 rings. Yeah, I'm going to either have to bring out, or I'm going to have to leave some of that wind in. I'm going to leave half of the wind in. So it should be 1.44. Let's take it out. 144. And I'm gonna put a whole ring back in. Isn't it perfect? We'll see if we can finesse it in. Oh, keep going. All right. Don't make me do a long putt. Although with this account, I got a Firefly, and while that's a great club, you got to hit it perfect. So this next shot is not. I still got work to do. It's not hard work, but there's still some work to get done, and you can still jack it up. This is like, the hard work, you're just taking the trash out to the trash can and you get ready to lift it up there and the bottom of the trash can falls open and all the trash falls on the floor. It wasn't hard work, but shit can happen. See if my opponent can get up. That was bad. Let's see if I can save them. And a smart opponent right now would be doing exactly what my opponent's doing. They would be crossing their fingers and being very quiet and allowing me to take my shot, not dicking around. Let's hit it perfect. In the hole, eagle. That helped them out. That assured that they got their birdie. If I was them, I would drop that down to a Marlin. Well, I suppose you still have a shot at a hole-in-one here, so there still is that possibility. Perfect. See if it overcarries him again. Not bad. And that was pretty close to a hole-in-one. Pretty close. Good game, my friend. Good game. Yeah, no thank you for saving me. No nothing. Nothing? All right, screw you then. All right, what are we on? Hole number 2. So in my 77 account on hole number 2, there's 2 ways to play this. Okay, I was working out some, so I was taking a Thor's hammer and I'm actually going at it, trying to backspin it in. I'm working on a spot. I checked the spot out where, okay, you got to put all the backspin on so you can't get a lot of side spin, but I think I screwed up on this shot and I had, what little side spin I had was right hand side spin, and I should have put on left hand. I went right at the cup. And I definitely did not pull it enough. Let me write this number down. But I was able to hit up here, and then it came back down, and I ended up here and I had a putt. I came out and I tried to do a backspin shot where let's see if we can get in here, get a little closer. You can see the grid, like we have a dark light, you know, the grids that's on the green, and this row right here is the row that the cup is on, and you follow that all the way up to the top. And what I had was, I was set up over here, and my final tail that you could see was right on that line, and I ended up about 3 squares over. So if I wanted to take that backspin shot, I'm thinking about moving it over and starting like 3 over and then seeing like where it runs out down on the end. But I'm not sure I can do that in this account because I don't think I have any drivers that have enough backspin, even my Rocket. Clubs, Rocket, how much backspins I got? 52. I think that's the most backspin I have on any driver. It is. So I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to take that shot. So let's think about taking maybe my quarterback and a katana. Let's see what we can. Let's see if we can get. I may have to do the racetrack deal. We'll see. If I can get over to that spot with my quarterback, I might be able to take it. And wait a second. Yeah. Okay. I was looking at that. Okay. It is a par 3. Wait. Now, when I did the dunk, I was about to ring off. Let's see. Can I get to that spot? My number 2 bag. There's man. divided by minimum QB. The shit is minimum QB. 1.3. 5.1 rings. That's a big ass pool. 5.1. Hitting it perfect. Let's see if that hits that rough or if I overpulled it. I did overpull it. I was reverse engineering the math for the dunk to see like kind of like where I was at, and I did okay, sit down. I did a 70% pull right there, just to see like was it a dunk deal or was that the pull, and I definitely overpulled it. Maybe just a 30 would be fine. What's funny in that area is the freaking sand is on the rough quite a bit. So when I hit down there, I hit the sand, but I was still in the fairway because the fairway's covered with sand. Freaking greenskeepers on this particular course are not very attentive to their course. They've allowed the sand to get out of the sand traps, and that's never a good thing. Now that's going to be pretty close. Guess not. About 1 billion miles away. It's just, I think I'm going to try that. I'm going to stick with that rough bump down there. I think that area down there is where I want to play it straight out instead of using the racetrack. The racetrack is basically standing with your back to the course and throwing the ball over your shoulder and going, "Well, I made it." Good game. Good luck in the tournament. All right. What hole are we on? We are on hole number 3. And on my notes, okay, I'm still trying to work out this. They keep jacking around, but I love this par 5. And I'm starting to not like it as much as I did in the past. Because in the past it was super technical. Like you had to be in the right spot here just to have a shot. And there wasn't a lot of different ways to get down there. I mean, it wasn't like you could, it was difficult. It was definitely one shot at a time. And that one shot better be in the right spot or you're going to be hampered on the second shot. And now it's a little bit. And the other thing was if you ended up in trouble over here, you're going to have to lay it up somewhere and go for the cup. It's going to take 3 to get on. But here, if you try and go for this fairway and you get caught up in the rough, you can easily recover. Now, normally, they've moved this area here, and to get into this spot, I think I would have had to bring out a bigger ball with my quarterback, but I used to take this shot with a rock all the time, and my rock fit perfectly into that slot, but now it's a little short, so they've definitely changed it out. This hole, other than this little guitar body right here, this area right here, this hole is pretty different. I'm going to go around the bend, but I think with this account, I'm just going to try and lay it up right there. That's my goal. How do I get that done? That, my friends, is a good question. First of all, let's make sure we've got, how many Kingmakers do I have? I have a few, but I only got one katana. Let's try it with a katana. Play. I'm not sure what driver. In my notes, I didn't write down anything for percentages. I was trying to figure out what club ball combo I want to use. I'm undecided. I think I may be trying in my 77 account trying to go start on this fairway, go to this fairway, and actually end up on the next fairway over is the shot that if I miss it, I'm in the rough, and you still got a great shot at it. But we'll see, because I'm going to try and lay this one up, and we'll see how that shot looks. I'm going to try and put this one just right here and not try and get over into this fairway. And we'll see what kind of shot we have from there. In the past, it was a sniper, and there is a rough bump that you could do. It's not my... In the past, it wasn't my particular cup of tea because it was more of an eye rough bump than a tee. So if you hit anything great to the left or the right, it's either going to end up in the sand or missing the fairway completely. I usually don't like to take shots where the only way to do it is perfect. But I mean, sometimes you have to. But if I can give myself a little bit of leeway, I'm always hip on giving myself a little bit of leeway. That is not going to cut it. That will not do. I mean, there's 2 topspin. 3 miles an hour. 1.2. I'm going to do a 20% times 3 divided by 2.5. 1.5 rings. Ooh, that might clip. I might not make it past this spot right here. Ooh, it's gonna be. And a perfect would have ended me up in the rough. Wasn't enough curl on it. And it carried me because where I was at in that spot, if I'd hit it 2 rings great to the left, it would have clipped. But in front of me, like there was the area that I was trying to hit to, and then in front of me, the fairway went like this. So in front of me, it widened out, and I had more room on the left-hand side, and I hit in that pocket. So it definitely carried it more than 20%. Faux show. And we do have a Viper shot, and this is that rough bump I was talking about right in here. Now this club doesn't have enough topspin to get me there, but a sniper would definitely have enough. I have no idea. 2 point times 2.2 divided by 2, 132. Isn't it perfect? I did a 20% on that. Just slight overpull. But I think if I did it at 15% there, it was 1.32. If I did a 15, it was 1.26. Is that right? 20, 1.32, 1.26. There's not that much difference between the two. Maybe just a 10. What would a 10 be? 121? That might just be a 10. What hole is this? First hammer, 500 round sniper, 1 per ring. Ah. Trying to look at my notes here to see what the deal was. All right, plus 10 to the cup. We'll try that and see if we need to go. 20 was a little too much. We'll see if 10's enough or if I need to start splitting hairs. Hole number 4. What is hole number 4? Is this the other racetrack hole? There was, okay, so if I brought out my sniper and a 3 power ball, I could get to this spot and I was right up against the red line. So On a tailwind or a sidewind day, that would work. But in my 77 account, on a headwind day, I'm going to switch to a 0 power ball and play it with my rock from the same spot. That way I can work the wind out, because there isn't enough room to work the wind out with a 3 power ball, and I'm not really going to bring out a 5 power ball on a freaking... I just play it 2 different ways. And which way is the wind blowing today? That means we're taking a power 3 ball and a sniper. And my notes say plus 30. I think that's where I was at. We'll see. Viper. Quarterback. Viper and a 3 power ball. Nah, you need a 3 sidesman ball. I believe you need all of the sidesman. And my Viper, let's get my notes out here. Viper. Well, there used to be shootouts when the tournament matches were drawn. And I liked it better. I liked it better when every time you went out on the course, you had a chance to win a chest. I forfeited a lot and gave my opponents the chest, but I felt good about it. And that was my business. I could forfeit and give them a chest if I want to. And that shit is not going to fly here because I don't have enough oomph to get me there. So that shit's not going to fly with this account. Three 6 divided by 2. And I'm not quite at max anymore, but I'm going to do a max pull. If I can find the freaking deal and get there. I'm not going to have time. Oh, I can't believe I got it off. It's going to be horrid. But I at least got it off. It's things you take for granted when you've got upper developed clubs in one account. You take topspin and you take that little bit of backspin for granted. And the 3 topspin actually might be enough. I'm not seeing the ball guides not very good. I should have went ahead and took that shot just to see if the 3... I didn't write down on my notes how much topspin I was putting in my 77 account. Close. Only 75 yards away. Based on how Playdemic does measurements. My opponent's going to putt it in. All right, what do we have on this next hole? What do we have? I should probably make some notes here. Par 3. The Ghost Train. It's a draw. The Concrete God. Hole number 5. Hole number 5. This is another one of those ones. If you got a ball, if you got a club that's got some stuff, or you bring out a topspin boost ball, you could end up over here. I'm trying to get just down to the end so that I can do the rough pump straight to the cup. In my '77 account, I was using a Thor's hammer with 5 topspin, so I should be able to get that same deal done here. And I was using a Kingmaker. We can use a Titan here. We can. I'll take my number 1 bag. The big bag. It's my big hitter. Get my extra mile 5 or 6 out of the bag. Tater tots. Tater. Oh, I didn't read the tip there. I'm not gonna. Oh, shit. No, I'm not gonna figure all this stuff out. All of the topspin. And I don't like being that close at all. That's at the plus 10 mark. I'm 1.5 rings off. 3, 4. And on 10, that's 3, 7, 3, 8. One ring great on the outside. Now the curl on that comes into play. I may run out of fairway. That looks like it might be all right. 349, 350. Let's see what. I think that's the distance I need. If I want any more distance, I'm definitely going to have to go to the left, but it almost feels like that might be. Well, I may have more forward distance. I'm more to the left, and so it's. I'm not really any more distance to the cup. Okay, my notes say plus 1.2. All right, I'm going to try a 20% to the cup. I think I did less than I underpulled, so I'm going to see if I can overpull. Three 6, 3.6 divided by 2, 2.16 rings. There's 216. Hitting it perfect. We'll see if that was enough tossing. Go. Well, it'll have to be because that's all I got on that club. Choose! And I don't know whether I was aiming. That's the whole deal about this with the lower ball guide is I don't know if I was aiming right at it or if I still underpulled it with the 20. Because the 10 was definitely an underpull. The Viper. Hitting it 7,000 rings straight to the left. On the green, that's part of the deal. We should be able to, when they show those big, where they pan out and they're showing the landscape in the area, we should be able to see other holes. Good luck to you too, my friend. Good luck. Good game. See if they can get it in. Perfect. Perfecto. Thank you, Tater Tots, for a good match. All right, what do we got here? Hole number 6. My notes say nothing. I do have that I was in my Kingfisher range, and I have information to the cut, but I didn't write down anything. So what do we have on this hole? Hole number 6. I think this is one of those holes I was still undecided on how I was going to play it. All right, here we're going to use extra mile. Kingmaker Plus. Now, it'll be much harder in this account. I did see an opponent earlier today come over and take the shot from over here and curl it around and right along this thing and ended up right in here, which wasn't available before. And I will tell you, earlier today, when I played in pro, the freaking wind was blowing like on this angle right here, not even at a 45. It was like a 6.3 mile an hour wind. So, I mean, if it was blowing head against you at 6.3, and here you've got maybe half of that wind, about 3.1, that's blowing against your forward movement. The rest of us trying to push you off. And fully extended with my red line, I was right. My fully extended with an APOC with my red line was right here. And it gave me, you know, there's one ring, there's two rings, there's three rings. I was like 3.5 rings away from this, and that little 1 to 2 mile an hour wind pushed me back to here. I landed probably right here, and then I just dribbled off in front of it and ended up right there. It was surprising. We'll see. We'll see if my extra miles got enough oomph to get me over there. On a shot like this, the forward power is almost not nearly as important as the curl. So that you can get bounce number one right here. You're going off in this direction, but you want to split it and end up on this track. Man, that's fucking narrow. Now, if they leave the wind in, it's going to push them in the middle of those freaking purple flowers. Let's see how far that wind carries them. And they almost hit that rough in the front. Now the fairway's not as deep on the right hand side where they hit it, but that wind is definitely carrying. Definitely. I mean, I feel like if I leave the wind in there, that's 6 miles an hour, that wind is way more than that, so I'm going to just leave the wind in and let it push me up that track. Oh, I don't know what happened there. My stylus, I have no idea what happened right there. I went to go grab it, and then all of a sudden it released it. This will be really bad for this account because I will not be able to recover. That's not that I can't get it up there and get in the hole, but this shot right here is not going to be able to get on the green for sure. Not with these shitty clubs. I think I'm either in my Junglist or my Castaway, one of the two. I didn't look to see if I think I'm in the rough, so that's what, Junglist? With a Nirvana from down there, no, I don't think I can. I don't think I could. I would have liked to have hit that perfect. I think now I'm going to end up in the rough. Right there. That other, where I was at, if I wouldn't have ended up in the... That would have been a pretty makeable recovery shot. Somebody was asking about somebody was using a claw, and they were asking about. I used a claw for a long time, and then I had used the thorn, and I wasn't having any success with it, so I switched to a hornet. But the claw has a lot of tools. Lots. Let's see if we can hit this perfect. The skewer, I was looking at my opponent, had the skewer there, and that's what jogged my memory on that. If you think about like the common bag, you get a quarterback, a sniper, a Saturn, claw. Those clubs are great utility clubs. Like, you're not looking at big distance clubs on any of those, but like the tools that they have backspin and topspin and curl, and those clubs have a lot of different tools. They're better than that. They're like jack of all trades. You can get a lot of stuff done with just a common bag. Hole number 7. I have 0 notes. I have plus 30. That's the only thing I have here. Oh, this is the other one. All right, we'll take that back. Wait a second. What ball am I going to use? I think I may need a ball with. Let's start off with a Quasar and see if I need to up that to a katana. I was playing one time with Dale Appleby, and we're doing the worst clubs in your bag. So every club was the worst club in your bag, and the down and oneer. We should do one with just commons, because there is like really shit on most of these holes. You can get a lot done with just the common bag. Viper. .1. There's 1, 2, 6, 6. Getting it perfect. I'm just trying to get it close. I put that curl in there, so that curl is like the death. Not quite enough distance. Need a bigger sidesman ball if I wanted to guide it down there. I don't have the ball guide to really kind of get me close to it, but a bigger sidesman ball would have helped. I could have got that distance that's there. I could have picked that distance up. So let me write on my notes here. Sniper, katana. All right. Viper katana, sniper katana, wood katana. Well, at least my opponent had the distance to make it to the cup. Their trajectory was off, but they had the distance. In the hole. Mr. Riley's turn. In the hole. Birdie. All right, where are we? I've dropped one. That's where we're at. Hole number 7, and I already dropped. I dropped one. All right, hole number 8. This is that redesigned hole that they've redesigned again. Shit, I can't even remember what the original hole looked like. Is that right? Is that the one we just played? That is the one we just played. We're on hole number 8. Yeah, I don't even remember what the original hole looked like. I think I do, but jeez. All right. It's definitely going to be my number 1 bag. It's definitely, I think, got to be at least a 3 power ball. It might be, if you've got lower developed stuff, you might have to bring out a bigger power ball. You may have to bring out a 5 power ball or something to get up there. It's such a narrow little area that 1.2 times. You really don't want to have to do this shot with overpower. This is one of those things where if you're looking at it around, it's like, hey, I've been doing it with overpower. If you get into the weekend round and you miss that overpower shot one time, I mean, you can't be dropping shots like this. If it takes a 5 power ball, then unfortunately it takes a 5 power ball. Not even close. Not even. Okay, I'm gonna have to take it. Oh, that'll get me in the sand for sure. If I'd have made it to the sand. I think the deal there, if you got lower developed stuff, is like a 5 power ball will get you up there. On a super headwind day, you might have to do a little bit of overpower, but the difference between a level 6 extra mile and a level 9 extra mile, that rod distance plus the 35 topspin is monstrous. Because the topspin, the first bounce is longer, the second bounce is longer. I mean, every successive, I mean, it's just such a big deal. That dog will hunt. Okay, Jungleist. Here's Max. Max Jungleist is 4.2 per ring. 3.4 divided by 4.2. 0.8 of a ring. Hitting it perfect. Close. Close. Chip in to win. All right, that score should not. It will. It'll probably get me in, but it shouldn't get me in. But it probably will. Because you got to pick up hole number 1 and you got to pick this hole up. And you can't drop any shots. And I dropped a shot and I didn't pick this hole up. So we'll see. We'll see if that's a good luck in the tournament, my friend. Good luck. Eagle. Big Daddy. All right, that should get me kicked out. Well, no, I'm not done yet. Well, jeez, I'm not done. I'm not done. I could get back to minimum score. Look at that. Now, let's think about, I'm going to have to go straight forward over to that little island. I'm not sure what it'll take to get me over there. Let's try it. And from that little island, I have no idea what the adjustment to the cup is. If you're hitting straight forward and trying to just weave it over to the other side, I've taken a couple shots from over there, and it seems like it's just 0 plus 0.1. I've made a couple shots from over there. If you're going this route and then just trying to end up right out in this area right here. Quit moving the screen, dude. I did take the shot from over there, and there was a lane. I was really close behind the tree, and there was a lane through it. What's funny is it looked like I went through the tree, and the tree wasn't in play. Of course, the signs are in play, but the trees aren't in play, which makes total fucking sense. Total sense. Trying to bounce it up. So 3.9 times 1.3 divided by 2.5. So times 2 rings. Isn't it perfect? We'll see if I can clip that rough. The bounces are right. Perfect. That was a 30% adjustment on draw. I did a 10 and on that hill, and where you're coming into that island, I was aiming right towards the center, and with a 10 I came in over here, and with a 20 I still was off. I didn't come through on the thing, but with a 30 that looked like it was pretty close to where I was aiming. No, that'll end up in the trees. Oh, I can't believe they made it out of that. And this green is completely the shit. They had to build the bulldozers out here to fix this green. They are way off. All right. Backbone, max backbone. So what do my notes say? 2.9 divided by max backbone of 1.7. 1.8 rings. And I did notice that there was a spot in here where I got some weird little bounce. Hey, dicking with me. 1.8 rings. I don't like that spin, but I want to see if my trajectory's right. 1.8. Oh, they hit it great to the right, or great to the left. You see that bounce that it took right there? That there's like a little lip right when it gets to the green, and I think it might be the same on that side. I did a +0 +0.1 right there, and hit it one. And that was a solid. That was just one ring to the left. Coming at it from the other direction, I made 2 at 0, so that's kind of cool that both sides are the same. Makes it easy. If the wind's blowing right one day and you decide to take that other route, you might that from that little island, that approach shot to the cup, There's some weird shit going on down there, movement on the course. And I really didn't like the way my ball guide was going long, short, long, short. All right, there you have it. That is my low level account, and that is me tanking 2 holes. So a 12 will definitely get in, but at the top, we need to be looking at 14 as our minimum score. That's where we start. We went out on the course and Playdemic said, hey, you don't have to play number 1 or number 8. We already gave you that. And the other 7 holes, you need to go try and pick something up. We need to standardize this minus 14. Even with low-level stuff, we still got a chance out there. The deal is that I don't have a big ball inventory in this, so in the weekend round, I'm definitely going to bring out whatever it takes. But I just need to get to the weekend round so that I can use some of my resources. There you have it. Have a great day. Hopefully everybody has a good round. Get some practice in. Maybe some of this stuff will help, and I will see you on the next one. If you're not a subscriber, hit subscribe. Hit the like button. Ring the bell. Do all that good stuff. Leave me a comment. Tell me what I'm doing right or wrong, and I will see you later.